What's going on, YouTube? It's NC and the place to be chilling, Mr. Andy. Back to give you guys the midweek wrestling war with my co-host, not Deion Sanders for Primetime.
What's up? What's up? It's me, PRIME.
Yeah, we are back here for the midweek wrestling war. And before we get into it, I have to address one thing. I got a couple comments this past week that I want to address because people were coming at me because they were saying how stupid I must be for thinking that there's still a war going on. Like I explained, I'm going to explain this, okay? So, me and Prime have vastly different schedules. And, on top of that, Prime is not going to, unless watch the highlights, sit down and watch a full episode of NXT 2.0.
I am not.
Okay, so, and the way that our schedules work is that it was we benefited from recording both AEW and NXT together. Now, before the whole 2.0 thing came about, it was AEW on Wednesdays and NXT on Wednesdays also. It was a head-to-head thing that they started. Then NXT moved to Tuesdays. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do a whole set review of NXT. I tried a pilot episode of that, and it didn't respond well. This responds better. So I said, okay, people like when I put them both together. So, well, according to what the views and the stuff were. I put it together, and I was like, okay, so this right now works. And I just said, well, it's still going on. But then all of a sudden, everybody was like, well, they're not really at war because AEW beat them. I get it. I know that. But right now, I got the graphic, I got the opening, and I was like, it just works for what goes on with me and Prime. That's what I call it, the midweek wrestling war. It just, it's not a war. I know it ain't a war. It ain't been a war for a long time. It's just two wrestling shows because right now, AEW is blowing the NXT market out the water right now, and NXT's 2.0 is not even focused on AEW right now. But to combine them together, I know, let's see, there's certain names it goes on, whether it be like, who did it better, because was it Wrestling Regret has the who did it better, who wore it better kind of competition between NXT and AEW. I'm like, so that's what it is. And I was like, people they was coming at it. I was like, slow down. But that's what happens when you're on social media, YouTube and stuff like that, and you make content. So that's what it is. I just want to address that. I wasn't going to go back and address it on, YouTube or anything like that. But I was like, okay, it's fine. It's cool. And it's going to continue being like that because it's easier for me and Prime to join the things together because NXT 2.0 review by itself ain't going to work for me neither because it's only going to be about 2 minutes because I'm not going to care. This one I can combine and stuff and make comparisons and stuff like that. So let's go. Well, and once again, NXT 2.0, they just have to me, I'm sorry, the whole downfall of Joe Gacy, I'm not feeling. It's okay, I'm really not. And it's not really downfall because he's obviously going to challenge for the championship. I'm talking about the whole character. I'll get more into that and stuff like that. And it was something, there was a debut of, what's his name? Nash something?
Nash something? That's how you gonna that's how you gonna describe that?
Okay, oh no, was it no, excuse me, I apologize. Nathan Frazier.
About to say Nash something was not right at all.
Okay, well, I thought you were gonna correct me. You wasn't gonna correct me.
I mean, I be honest with you, I knew it wasn't Nash, but I didn't know the name. I knew it wasn't Nash.
Yeah. So
a jobber name.
And of course, we had another WWE talent come up to help NXT out, and then move to AEW.
Another? We had two. What you mean another? Come on, man. Horrible.
They just keep adding on main roster talent to help out these NXT people, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I mean, compared to the Black and Gold, we really didn't have too much of that. And by the way, on the podcast on Sunday, y'all, we gotta talk about that Ember Moon interview. Like, did you read the transcripts of that?
Yeah, I sent it in the group chat.
Say what?
I sent it in the group chat.
You said a section. I was just like,
I said a section, but because Tegan Knox did an interview
Oh,
too.
is
So I guess
I wonder what she
Tegan
said.
Knox is the one that's most recent, and I guess Ember is the one that been happened.
Oh, damn, I didn't even know nothing about that. So, does Tegan Knox tear the asshole too, or is she being,
No,
kissing
Tegan Knox
ass?
said the same thing as Ember.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She said the
So,
same thing.
trust me, we got shit to say about that on the podcast this weekend. So we ain't going to do that now. But I did see them transcripts.
No, apologies. No, Tegan said it first
Okay.
on another podcast, and then Ember said the same thing as Tegan.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll talk about the Tegan Knox and Ember Moon. You know what I'm saying? What they said about, the NXT product and them losing their jobs and things like that. Because I thought it was very telling. Especially.
She said, you want me to praise?
Yeah. Especially
I'm
after.
just like Mandy Rose. No, man. Even though I wouldn't be opposed to it.
No, I wouldn't either. What I'm saying, but especially after Triple H had to sit there and kiss ass to make it seem like NXT 2.0 was his attention all along, and it wasn't, and he know it wasn't. But he's in heart failure. Why the hell does he need the stress right now? He don't. So, but anyway, and AEW had the FTR matchup for the Owen Hart tournament. The first and only time we'll see FTR go up against each other. And the ladder match for the TNT Championship. The last ladder match for the TNT Championship happened back in January with Sammy versus Cody. Well, this one is Sammy versus Scorpio Sky. And like I said, so it had a strong opener, had a strong ender, and then, some decent stuff in between. So, let's just start off with the 2.0 real quick. We start off NXT 2.0 with Nikita Lyons. Make sure that's the right thing. Yeah.
Ultimo Wagon.
Ultimo Wagon. Next week is their spring break-in event. So I'm like, okay, having the little special shows, kind of like the AEW shows are like. What'd you say?
I said,
Yeah. So we have the Nikita Lyons taking on Lash Legend. This is what you call developmental, because they both need it, because there were times in there I don't know if they got good chemistry or if they're calling in the ring is not that great, but there were a couple spots in there that was rough to look at. Yeah, her running the ropes, her tossing her to the outside, and just a lot of things that they were trying to do in that matchup. I was like, yeah, y'all still have ways to go. I like Lash Legend for her personality, you know what I'm saying? But the wrestling, needs a lot of work. So, but the kid Lawrence gets to win with the not so very high spinning kick. Like her spin kick is like just barely hit the chest.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, I know they want these people to be on TV because, like, why would you change the channel?
Yeah,
but just, oh my gosh, it's not good.
Yeah, because like I said, I understand they want to bring wrestlers in to help these young guys out, but it does. I do miss the days when you get to bring in the indie guy, and the indie guy knew how to wrestle. At least this didn't know how to wrestle the WWE style. So you just teaching them a different style of wrestling, opposed to teaching them just how to wrestle. Okay, so that's a big difference here. So after the match, Natalya appears and tries to attack Nikita, but then here comes Cora Jade with a skateboard, tries to attack Natalya, but Nikita hits Natalya. So it looks like we're gonna get a tag team match, player, pretty soon, with Cora Jade and Nikita Lyons taking on Lash Legend and Natalya. It has not been confirmed. There's no graphic for it. I'm just saying, with the way NXT 2.0 is being booked, especially by McMahon, that's how probably it's going to go.
I'm surprised they didn't make it to a tag team match right then and there.
Good point. Tony D'Angelo is supposed to take on Zion Quinn, but he's injured, so he's going to have to face Von Wagner. He's going to be sleeping with the fishes.
Wow, I haven't heard Von Wagner's name in a while.
Oh, God. I want to keep it that way. I want to. A couple days I ain't heard, for a while. Like, where the fuck is Odyssey Joe's?
He's hurt.
Still hurt? Okay. Well,
Yeah, what you mean still hurt? He has a 9-month injury.
Oh, I didn't know it was a 9-month injury. My bad.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have Tony D'Angelo taking on Von Wagner. When I say board match, this is what it is. I'm not into Von Wagner. They still obviously want to do something with Von Wagner. I can't. Tony D'Angelo gets knocked out, goes almost gets a 10 count, comes back in, and Von Wagner, like old school test, gives him a big boot and wins the matchup that way. So, whatever. Nathan Frazier comes out to make his debut, but Grayson Waller comes out and attacks him and says there's not going to be no debut for him tonight. He gets some offense in, and he does a mean dive through the ropes. I was like, that man caught some air on that one. I heard he's pretty good. I think, does he come from UK? NXT UK?
No, that I don't know.
Okay. Well, he was on here, so like...
I heard of A-Kid when he came over, but I never heard of this Frazier guy. Like, he could be, he could not be. I honestly don't know.
Neither do I. Casey, Kaden Carter versus Katana Chase taking on Valentina Frios and Yelisa Leon. I don't know these motherfuckers' names. Why they chase Casey Catanzaro to Katana Chance makes no sense to me. Obviously, Casey, again, Katana and Katen won with the neck breaker fatal 450 splash. God, that was a lot for no reason. Legado del Fantasma taking on Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley. I was like, why are they still in a fucking rivalry together? I don't necessarily know.
All these names just sound like mumbo jumbo when you don't watch. They just sound like mumbo jumbo.
Don't it? I was like, all these. It's like these are some terrible names. I just don't get. I don't understand where WB getting these names from. Like they just want to make like it shows that they are so dated. Von Wagner is coming straight from Mid-South. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or IWA.
Exactly. That made no sense there. Legado del Fantasma picks up the win with the Russian leg sweep Insecurity. I didn't see the match say with Natalia and last session, but I'm pretty sure it's going to lead to that tag team match player. Solo Sikoa taking on Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Did you see what Trick and the other guy, Carmelo Hayes, posted?
No, but I did see him in that brown suede sweatsuit short set last week. Is that what you're talking about or no?
No. Carmelo Hayes posted a picture with one of the Usos, and he was like, "Yeah, your brother said you're trash." And then he posted a picture. Trick Williams posted a picture with Rikishi. He was like, "Yeah, your daddy said that you're trash too." That's kind of funny, man.
Trick Williams is good as being the hype man because he still got a lot to go when it comes to being in the ring. But Solo Sikoa...
like Carmelo posted a picture with the Usos, and then Trick posted a picture with Rikishi, and they just both said the same caption pretty much. I was like, oh, that's actually very clever.
That is funny. Trick Williams here is clearly better as the hype man. He's not a very good wrestler just yet, so it was more...
Boot scooting?
He's good at the boot scoot, but it kind of reminded me of them Jinder Mahal matches where I say, oh my god, it's rest hold, knees, rest hold, knees.
Yeah, gotta get them knees in.
So in Trick Williams' case, it was like rest hold, stomp, rest hold, stomp. You know what I'm saying? But
it's like you're listening to the what's that song? Cha-Cha Slide?
Cha-Cha Slide, yeah.
It's Stone. Yeah.
It's 5 stops there, yo. Yeah.
Now stop a mud hole. Dun, 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 dun. Right foot, go stop. Yeah, that's what are you doing basically.
Sikoa wins.
Right.
Sikoa wins. Cameron Grimes to the moon comes down, gets in the ring, go face to face with Sikoa, and Carmelo runs in there, and Solo tries to give him a super kick, but Carmelo avoids it. But Cameron Grimes eats a super kick. So they got a triple threat match coming next week for the North American Championship. That actually should be pretty good.
Yep, I should win, but I probably won't.
You never know. The Viking Raiders taking on Malik Blade and Idris Info. So, first of all, it's good to see the Viking Raiders wrestle because they are very good wrestlers and they come from, good wrestling backgrounds. And I mean, I love War Machine before all this shit happened. And if NXT is, I think that would be a perfect place for them to go back down and, do some things and actually wrestle because they're not doing shit on the main roster by no means. So, I mean, Blade, Idris and Malik got a little bit of offense in, but for the majority, this was all the Viking Raiders, and it helped to, put them over because next week they're going to be taking on the Creed brothers.
Yep.
They come down. Yeah, they come down in their corn fed thing with their sweatsuits on, and I was like, okay, well, I'm actually interested in this matchup, especially because I like the Creed brothers. But I also like the Viking Raiders, and that really should be a good matchup. If they, obviously.
But wouldn't you give the Viking Raiders the L just so that the Creed brothers can get over?
I mean, they probably will, but I still mean you can have a good match.
We'll see.
Roxanne.
I never heard the Creed brothers in good match in the same sentence like that. So.
We not gonna like the Creed brothers ain't had no good matches in some takeovers.
The Creed brothers.
Yes.
What good matches have they had at the takeover? I'm not talking about okay. I'm talking about good that you will watch again.
That triple threat match that they just had at Stand Deliver was a good match. Just it was short on time. They cut them. They probably cut it in half, but they had a good match on that NXT Stand Deliver show with the 3-way tag team matchup.
What you say?
I said because look, compared to them, Roxanne Perez versus Mandy Rose was next. You talk about somebody not wrestling. Well, here you go, right here. But Mandy Rose hits a jumping knee kick and wins the matchup. So,
well, they're doing a disservice to Roxanne Perez.
They are.
They're doing a disservice. First of all, they debuted her on NXT Level Up. How do you debut former Ring of Honor World Champion on Level Up?
First of all, yeah, she don't even need to be on Level Up. She need to come right to, 2.0.
Yeah, but whatever. Whatever, Vince.
Yeah.
Is it because she's smaller than most people?
Oh, speaking of small, Toxic Attraction celebrated in the ring. Wendy Chu comes from behind, but they see her and they try to avoid her before they get sprayed. So that's basically, I think that's basically it. Joe Gacy comes to the ring and it's cutting the promo about the journey, how far they come and all stuff like that. But excuse me. So he will have to take Braun Breaker's championship at Spring Breaking. It's called. Don't they still own Bash at the Beach?
No.
Oh, that's right. AEW has that. I'm about to say because call it Beach Breaker something. They got that too. Because Spring Breaking, it just does not sound good.
Spring Breaking sound like Breaking the movie.
Yeah. Oh God.
With Spring Breaking, Electric Boogaloo.
Is it? Oh yeah. Breaking 3, Spring Breaking. Oh yeah, that's wrong. After Spring Breaking, there'll be no choice. Gacy says that Breaker is injured and not clear to compete, and there will not. What's this right here?
What?
I'm reading what the transcript is having here, and I was just like, I don't remember that being in it because sometimes the transcript could be wrong also. But Gacy's interrupted by Rick Steiner, and then he comes and says Sunday's clear to compete, and he will defend his title next week.
Yeah, Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner did come out to the ring.
Yeah, no, I was
looking old.
I was reading something else, yeah. But the Druids came. Braun Breaker's music hits it. He's a title on the stage, and then he gets beat up, and then Gacy has the Druids pick up the championship that's on the stage and bring it all the way down to him, like just pass it along down the row, down until we get to the ring, and the NXT ends with Gacy holding up the championship. Okay, I have a slight mini rant here because, like I said,
go ahead.
What you say?
Go ahead.
Look, I'm sorry, man. After this, I completely don't like Joe Gacy anymore. Not saying I was huge on him, but I was interested in what they was going to bring to him, and I was just like, you know what? They copped out, and they, went a different route, and they wanted a more mythical, scary character, and I was just like, yeah, that don't work for him. I mean, he got the crazy looking smile, but that don't work. But to me, when he came in there, was being more of the woke Kevin Owens. That right there was like, that's something that can, one, get you heat, get you decent heat. And not saying that that's always the right thing, but I'm saying, but and you bring up some issues that will be kind of uncomfortable for them to talk about, and that way you can really turn yourself into a delusional heel. I thought whatever he had some legs, but this shit is dumb now. The Druids is, first of all, the Druids look so stupid in the first place, but that's the Undertaker's thing. Even Kane's thing. That those are the characters for that. But just, you can still be an evil, but you can still just be, the woke guy. Talk about Braun Breaker's privilege to the top, and there needs to be more of a diverse thing of champions. A champion that looks like me, some bullshit like that. To the point where it's like, okay, this guy's getting me interested, and you want to see Braun Breaker kick his ass. This title feud has no legs on to me. It ain't cold, but it ain't hot. So it's
warm.
I don't. I guess after it's done, it's warm. You put it in the refrigerator to cool it down for kids. Probably. Well, now it's time to move on to AEW Dynamite. It is Wednesday night, and you do know what that means, Kang. I play. Don't worry, JR was in his bag today. He kept getting Daniel Bryan.
And I see people talk about him getting Daniel Bryan wrong is not a big deal. I'm like, it's not a big deal, but when you're an announcer, that's kind of your job to not get it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Even though Bryan Danielson is his real name.
Yes.
So you might want to respect somebody by calling them their real name. Daniel Bryan is a state.
I can understand though. Like,
is he getting messed up?
No. I mean, what I'm saying is I can understand if it's somebody like Big Show, who had been calling Big Show for like 30 years, or like somebody like that, who is like, it's a big change. Okay, I get it. You can literally just say Daniel or Brian. Literally, like, you just say one or the other. You don't have to say the full name because you're gonna mess it up every time. Like, you just say Brian. You don't even gotta say. You can just say Daniel. At least we know who you're talking about.
Gotcha. Yeah, I did. That's your boy JR for you. Well, we kick off Dynamite with the first time ever and the last time ever, an Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament qualifier. So we still qualify for the tournament, and you know what? I like that they're doing this because we haven't seen no tournaments like King of the Ring just passed, where people have to actually qualify for the tournament. Then they could win, the actual top prize. But you got to qualify first. They don't even do that shit no more.
Yep, nope. That's just whoever in it.
Yeah, so I'm just like, so I appreciate them doing qualifiers. And we get Dax Hardwood versus Cash Wheeler. Oh, God. Dax Hardwood is who used to be the bald head one with the mustache, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Cash
and Cash is a beefed up Kyle O'Reilly.
Gonna beat the. So both first of all, CM Punk is out on the commentary table because first of all he's a huge Bret Hart guy, and of course it's the only tournament, and he knows that FTR's in the ring, and they're huge Bret Hart guys. And I thought Bret Hart was actually going to accompany them to the ring, but they.
Now I think they recently revealed that he was under a deal with WWE, just to sit on the couch so that AEW won't sign him.
Yeah. I can definitely see that happen. So they.
No, I'm telling you, that's what happened.
That's yeah. That is what happened. You're right. We didn't get to talk about that. They have they model their match.
Real quick, I'm gonna just tell you, I like the gear that they wore.
Okay, yeah. Explain the gear because I didn't get a chance to see it up really up close.
It was like so when the Hart Foundation was together.
Yeah.
They all had leather jackets, and on the back they had the pink triangle with a skull and then their name under it.
Ooh.
So it was like, Brett's on said Hitman, Owen said Owen. I think Jim Neidhart said the Anvil. And I don't know, what did Pillman? I think Pillman just said something stupid like loose cannon or something. And Bulldog just had Bulldog. But they all had these custom they all had these custom leather jackets. So that's what their gear was. Their gear was that logo and the pink triangle and their name under it.
Oh wow,
which is dope. And then they had the Bret Hart shoes on.
Oh yeah, I saw the Bret Hart shoes. I saw the Bret Hart shoes. I didn't get a chance to see
the Bret Hart boots. Excuse me.
Boots. Excuse me. Yeah, I thought Bret Hart was supposed to come out with them tonight, but I guess he didn't want to. So they came out there. They really modeled their match after Owen and Bret from WrestleMania 10.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of similarities. A lot of the same
spots. Yep.
Exactly. A lot of similarities from the same spots to the foot and the face and
the point.
What you say?
I said and the point.
And the point.
It would have made him so much better though if they would have got the same camera angle, like from above.
Oh, that. That
would have been like the height. Oh my gosh, that would have been great.
Now we gotta blame the monkeys in the truck for that one because.
Well, I mean, to their credit, I don't think they knew that they was gonna do that exact spot. But if I would have known, if I know I was doing that spot, I would have said, "Hey, can you try to get this spot when we do it? It's gonna be early in the match."
Yeah.
Because that spot, yeah.
Yeah, they did the fall off the middle rope to a cover, but then kick out that he did the bounce off the rope power bomb to Cash Wheeler, and then he kicked out, and it was a really good matchup by these two, as Dex about to go for the sharpshooter, but he hesitates, and it's just like, oh my God, why is this? Like, come on! Somebody said it reminds them of Diesel versus Bret Hart from In Your House, where Bret just fell flat out the power bomb because he didn't have enough energy to stand anymore, and kind of just like played possum with him and stuff. So he didn't he didn't go for the sharpshooter, but Cash tries to go and get a quick roll up, but Dax reverses back on himself and picks up the win. So Dax Harwood advances to the Owen Hart Men's Tournament Cup. I really thought it was going to be Cash Wheeler. After that punch he gave the homeboy, they try to attack Bret, and how much
Nah, I knew it was gonna be Dax.
Why?
Dax, because Dax went 1-on-1 with CM Punk. It's gonna be Dax.
Oh, he went 1-on-1 with CM. He don't want to do what?
He went 1-on-1 with CM Punk. I knew it was gonna be Dax.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, I mean, you can't really argue with that.
Yeah, it's like if Cash had more win, like Dax fought CM Punk, and then like next week fought somebody else in a singles match. I forget who. But I'm just like he's been having more singles matches lately, so I'm like that makes sense.
Okay. Well, yeah, they both men are on the ring apron, hugging it out because it was a good win for them. But FTR chants, it reminded me a lot of Gargano and Ciampa. Please don't do that to FTR. So. Oh,
they not. FTR works as a team.
Yeah, CM Punk comes down. He gets the microphone and says, "Look, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I've never been with a better locker room, and when I came back, I asked myself, do I still got this? I said, hell yeah, I still got this. So the graphic is up on the screen of Double or Nothing. It's gonna be Hangman Page taking on CM Punk. The crowd got hyped for that one. This has a chance to be a mega match. Especially if they give it enough airtime and book it right and everything, and set some creative angles up. But he says that he does still got this, and he doesn't know what the outcome's going to be at Double Nothing, but he's going to basically give it all. I'm saying, I'm going to keep doing this till the wheels fall off.
Yeah. And I think that just basically confirms that we're getting CM Punk versus Okada at the Forbidden Door.
I would think so. I mean,
not to say that they haven't built him. They built Hangman and all that, but I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I don't care about watching Hangman versus Okada.
Oh, I just don't. I don't think they're gonna do that one. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they will get the belt off Hangman and give it to CM Punk just to do CM Punk versus Okada.
Yes, because if you don't do CM Punk versus Okada or Bryan Danielson versus Okada, then you shouldn't be running the company. That's all I'm gonna say.
Anybody's name
other
other that should not be challenging Okada. I do not think it's going to be Hangman Page. I'm sorry, Cowboy shit, but I don't think it's going to be that.
Yeah. Now, real quick, just on that show, if we don't see the Gorillas of Destiny, God versus FTR, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? That's all I gotta say. I really want to see that match.
Scorpio Sky's in the back with Dan Lambert. Says in the fluke that Sky won tag team titles in the Face Revolution ladder match. And being TNT champion, Guevara giving anybody the best ladder match moments of all time. But tonight he will be the face of TNT. Blackpool Combat Club is coming out versus QT Marshall. Anytime I see QT Marshall or his name, I'm just like, why? Whoop his ass. But QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, and Nick Camarado. Yeah. Basically, the Blackpool, the Blackpool Combat Club is dope, and I'm glad I picked up Willie Yuta because I was just like, and he got a big pop because I was like, why? Oh, he's from Philly. I did not know that. I
think he got a big pop because they still building him up, man.
Yeah, but I did not know that Willie Yuta was from Philly. So, that's dope. Yuta comes out with the hammering elbow, Danielson and Moxley into their respective locks in their submission. And Yuta gets the cover on Camarado for the 1-2-3. So, Combat Club is dope right now. Tony Schiavone is with Britt Baker. Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter. Baker says they just want to talk. Tony says she'll see Jamie in the next round. Ruby Soho enters and says she has seen a pattern. Baker is insecure, scared of all the new girls. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. Throw that Owen Hart line there real quick. So, Tony Schiavone is with Jurassic Express, and Jungle Boy is feeling bad about his loss. And then, but Christian says, "No, you should feel bad about."
I'm ready for Christian to
turn heel, right?
Behead this man.
Yeah, like
cut his head off. Yeah.
He says, "No, you don't sound like you say you sound like a sore loser." But then he said, and it'll be okay. I'm just like, yo, turn this man so we get the Double or Nothing match of Jungle Boy versus Christian, and then Christian can put him over. And that way, it frees up the tag team championships.
I think Christian wins the first one, and Jungle Boy wins the next two.
You think Christian is what?
I think Christian wins the first one, and then Jungle Boy wins the next two.
Oh, gotcha. I should say that. Lance Archer makes his entrance, and MJF comes out. He's in the press box, stuff like that. So, then he said this, which almost scared me. And he says, "I see a lot of women in the arena tonight. You know what they use to they use a birth control. You know what they use for birth control? their personalities, and I was just like, wipe sweat from forehead because I thought he was gonna go deep with that joint.
He could have.
He could have. He definitely could have. So they bring Warlow out and take out the handcuffs and everything, and then Lance Archer jumps, and then we get the match started. Lance Archer versus Wardlow, and if you came in here thinking that Lance Archer was going to win, no. Whatever credibility Lance Archer had left in AEW, him and Jake Roberts is dead after this matchup.
And I think it's been dead before this matchup, but it's like they kind of did it to themselves because like he's a big guy. He's like him winning can mean something, but they never give him many wins. Like just because he's big don't mean that people are going to just like him just because he's big. Like you got to give him wins so that people will actually care about him. But you know.
Well,
and then I know he is older too, so I know that's probably a factor. But still, like you know. When I said, yeah, this man is older. This man is on. You know, he's a TNA original. This man is old. So yeah, but I don't know if that's a factor or not.
I don't know neither, but I know he definitely kicked out of the what was he called? That forward raises edge.
Symphony. Oh. You talking about the blackout? Sorry.
Yeah, the blackout. Yeah, he can get out of that one. But Warlord goes for a crucifix pin. There's a 2 count. The Warlord hit bust the top rope, and then he says it's a big ass swanton off the top rope. I know he had to end him. Then he hits the powerbomb.
He had a Hurricane Rana too.
That Hurricane Rana was I was like, you know, these big men got just pulling a little bit out, just give him a little taste. Then after that, he gets the powerbomb symphony on Lance Archer, and him and whatever's left, he can go. He has to repackage because he's not going to be taken seriously no matter what he does. And they kind of really dropped the ball with.
I don't think they need to quote unquote repackage. They just need to let him do what he like. They need to let him actually be serious and win.
Yeah,
it's like if he just wins, that's cool. But they give him like one win and he's going up against a credible person that they done been building up for months. It's like you can't do that. If you want him to be credible, you can't just build him up for a week so that he can take on your guy next week. Like you gotta let him be credible. Yeah.
Exactly. We got the Jericho Appreciation Society coming to the ring with the whole table and chair set up like it's going to be an interview, but obviously nobody's sitting down into them, and they are still talking about there being no physicality tonight because if it is, they'll get fired. Eddie Kingston comes out with Santana and Ortiz. Santana and Ortiz pull out middle fingers out their pocket, and then Jericho brought up he wants to put a hit on Eddie Kingston, and Eddie Kingston like, yo man, I'm from the hood. The hit means something different to me around here. First of all, do you even know? Well, you gotta be prepared to put that body in the ground. Now we've done it already, so we don't mind doing it again. I was like, yo, Eddie, you killed somebody?
I believe it.
Oh man, I was like, yo, that didn't, that shit ain't sound right.
I believe it.
And I say so. That's basically what the segment was. I mean, it was a good intensity by Eddie Kingston, but that's pretty much all it was. Talk about a cold match though. Philadelphia Street Fight. Serena Deeb taking okay. Let me do this now.
Hikaru Shida.
Damn, he wasn't gonna give me a chance no more, huh?
Because as soon as you said, "Oh, okay," I was like, "Well, he gonna mess that up." All right.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you could have never known, right? This match was cold because this rivalry kept stopping and starting over and over again. Like last month, I was surprised that they was having a street fight. I was like, I think this shit done, and obviously it wasn't. But Hikaru, there was a point where she went back to Japan for something, and she
because they wasn't using her, so she was like, I'm gonna just go wrestle in Japan.
Yeah, well, she been going, so the storyline kind of like people forgot about it. So when they bring it back up, it's cold about this, man, and it's a Philadelphia street fight. However, they they tried hard. They went out there, hit some fire extinguishers and chairs and stuff. Even Sheeta hit a middle rope avalanche Falcon's arrow. And then whoop Serena Deeb up with some kendo stick shots. But Serena Deeb was working on the leg of Sheeta, which I believe Sheeta should have probably sold more. I don't feel as though that her selling was that great. When it came to the knee, but Serena Deeb puts her in the clover leaf, and she taps out. And they show just real quick Thunder Rosa in the back, just watching her. So that it could set up the possibility of, Thunder Rosa or Serena Deeb at Double or Nothing.
Maybe.
You don't think so?
No, I'm saying maybe that'd be a good match. I'll watch it.
Yeah, so will I. So we come back up from commercial break. Like I said, I didn't see any of the MJF and Shawn Spears thing. Oh wait, actually, I'm sorry. This is what I did, because he's on the phone and he's talking to the big man. He says, "You all about the plan?" And he says, "Yeah, for Wardlow next week. This guy, he's big and he's taller than you. He wants to give him 6 figures next week." And he said he's smarter than him, he's stronger than him, he's taller than him, and you can't teach that. I'm just like, oh, well, it's Big Cass.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see him.
I guess. But, so. Yeah,
I think it'd be nice because I think he's in the best. First of all, he's in the best shape he's ever been in, and he's in a good mindset now. So that's cool.
Yeah. But meanwhile, when it's dark, the lights come back on. It's a spotlight of this motionless body on the stage. It's Fuego del Sol and House of Black's coming out there, and they have him, and they're going to unmask him. But then we see this hooded figure in the ring, and the hooded figure starts talking. I was just like, who the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? At first, I really didn't know who it was at first. And they said, well, they're going to make it an even fight. So here comes Pentagon Jr., okay? Here comes Pac, and I was like, so who's the third man? And then the manager, I forgot, I was trying to think of his name. He comes out. This guy's been talking, and then he reveals that it's Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is back from that arm injury, which is kind of gruesome. So, yes, he is.
He's back to get injured for the next 3 weeks.
Yep.
But it's cool though. We're gonna have basically like a rematch, but without Eric Rowan, which is gonna be good. So I think this one is the one that Penta and them win since they're full strength.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think they win this one.
Well, that's it. I think this one is dope. Like I said, I did not see the 10-man tag match with Adam Cole, Young Bucks, Red Dragon, Dante Martin.
Oh, it's just a spread. Do you not see the people who they're facing? Dante Martin. Okay, Dante Martin is cool, but like other people,
Lee
Johnson,
Varsity Blondes,
super kicks, knees to the back of the head, total elimination.
Yeah, that's
everything.
That's what that shit sound like.
The boom knee drop.
Next up, we backstage, Jericho Appreciation Society attack Eddie Kingston and Santana Ortiz in the parking lot, and Jericho does the oldest wrestling gimmick in the book, the fireball, and throws the fireball right in Eddie Kingston's face, and then they run away as Kingston is screaming. So yeah, I was just like,
no comment.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, so sure. I was like, they brought back the fireball. Okay, cool.
Jericho did say he's a sports entertainer, so all this stuff that he's doing is literally falling under the sports entertainment book. Which I don't know if I like that. Like I like it, but I'm like, he's doing it so good to where I'm like, that might get over. Him just doing bad WWE stuff or bad WCW stuff.
Yeah.
Like what if he try to do? What if he be like, I got a new guy debut next week and try to do like a recreation of Shotmaster?
Oh God, no!
Just because he knows that it's bad. I think Jericho challenges himself. If he knows something is bad, he want to try to see how he can make it good. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, we got to check it out. So I figured this ladder match would be good here. Okay, so there's this Sammy Guevara. There's this huge ladder in the ring. Scorpio Sky is down. He's getting to his feet. Sammy climbs a huge ladder, but doesn't go all the way to the top. And just, does a I'm crazy spot. Taunt. Then he goes for like a top of the ladder Phoenix Splash kind of move onto one of the opponents down below. And he falls smack on his head.
Yep, like, got a bunch of some Miz people out there.
Yeah, he I was like, and they showed on replay, I was just like, ooh, okay, yeah, Sammy kind of fucked up there because in Scorpio Sky, I don't know if he kind of called him or not, but he didn't. But we still wasn't done with the ladder spot yet. Sammy Guevara pulls out a barbed wire wrapped ladder. I was like, this is a barbed wire kind of ladder. So, but Scorpio Sky attacks him as he runs towards him. Sammy gives him a flip bottom, or you would call it a
Spanish fly.
Huh?
Spanish fly.
Spanish fly, yeah. I was about to say sliced bread number 2. Yeah, Spanish fly. He gives the Scorpio Sky right on the barbed wire ladder, but his head hits right on the ladder. That's 2 things in this match where his head is hit. He needs to go on. I hope there's something wrong, but that would be concussion protocol to me.
Depending on if you hit it hard or not. You can't just hit your head and not hit it hard and still be alright. But then again, it's adrenaline too, so who knows?
Exactly. So
maybe he like Batman. He got to think of adrenaline. He just put it in his leg.
Then we start getting the girlfriends involved. Ty Conti comes in there, does the Edge and Lita kiss with Sammy Guevara. Not to that extreme, but just kissing her gets to get him motivated. Meanwhile, the barbed wire ladder is like hanging on the ropes. I was like, well, they're gonna come back and use that spot. So as Scorpio Sky's climbing the ladder on one side, Sam's climbing on another side. Homegirl that hangs out with Dan Lambert and stuff like that. What's her name?
Paige Van
Zandt, yeah, came out and started attacking Ty Conti. So kind of even up for the women's side here. Then they kind of fight out. They double kick each other and fight outside the ring finally. And then Scorpio Sky pushes Sammy Guevara off into the barbed wire bed down below. And hold on, let me see. What happened after that? Oh yeah, so it looked like he kind of like no-sold it, but he got back up and then fell back down again, and then Scorpio Sky reaches up and grabs, and he's a 2-time TNT champion. Now, granted, the crowd was behind him. We were hot here in Philly for it and everything like that, but my only thing was, were they cheering for you because you won the title, or are they cheering for you because you got rid of Sammy? Which does make a difference.
I think if they do it right, they could have Scorpio be a face now and have Sammy be a heel, like a full-fledged heel. Mm-hmm. If they do it right.
If they do it.
I mean, they don't have to have Scorpio be a face, obviously, but coming out of this feud,
his friend Kazarian, so it's gonna be nothing but face love in that one.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, well, yeah. Okay. Let's see where they go with this. But Sammy is now full-blown heel. He's the new Cody and Brandy. They're the new Cody and Brandy.
Oh, there you go. Everybody line up right up in there.
It will make what will make them more hated if they use the Cody entrance.
Oh, adrenaline in
my soul. If Sammy Guevara comes out and all I hear is I'm like, all right, now you're the most hated couple.
Yeah, now we got some traction going on. But yeah, that was NXT. That was AEW Dynamite for this past week. I thought it was a good show. I did had a strong opener and a strong ending. So I thought everything in between was just regular cool stuff like that. NXT 2.0 still sucks in my personal opinion. So, but I like doing it this way, and I'm not going to Stop doing it because people are confused. So that's just what it is. But let's get ready to get up out of here. So once again, this is NCM Place Be Chosen with AD and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.